Michael Nagy here with Jiggy Jag TV and DiscoveringBands.com, and I'm here with Machines on Blast. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, doing good. So you want to tell us a little about the
band? Well, what do you want to know?
How did you guys start off?
Geez. I guess we formed originally in like 2013. Then just through a progression of trying to find people, got Mr. Scott into the band. So that's how Scott came into be.
And how did you guys get into industrial music to even start the project?
Just for me, it's just something I've always been into. And when it came time to create what is now Machines on Blast, it just seemed to be a good basis to go off of to build. A good building block was industrial, then added the guitars and that, the heavy vocals, and it became basically what it is now, which is, it's more of a metal band now than anything, but it started its roots in industrial.
But yeah, we both done different things, but we met a few years ago playing shows. It was like a West End with some bands. It was like My Life with a Thrill Kill Cult, Orgy, a few other ones, and we met both doing our separate projects, and we combined together and combined forces, I guess you could say. So we've been working together since then for a few years, and and just come from different places. We meet different musicians and work together to make things happen.
Awesome. Now, what are you guys currently working on?
Well, we're in the process of finishing up the new album. It's being mixed right now by Mr. Henrik Oud. So just waiting to get those mixes back and shuffle everything together and get it released. Awesome. Been doing that working on this album for about 3 years now, so it's about time it saw the light of day.
Can you give us any details on the album? Some of the themes of the album?
It's definitely more aggressive than the past release. It's more of a, I don't want to say like full on metal, but it's definitely more rock. Big heavy rock songs, big memorable choruses. More of a straightforward approach on this one. As I think every album should progress to something new instead of releasing the same album 10 times over. So it's kind of incorporating a lot of new elements into it. Make it catchy, make it memorable, but still maintain the heaviness and the I guess darkness that is this band.
Yeah, Machines on Blast. How did that name come to be? What does that mean?
Well, like to be put on blast is it's like a military term. I was a military brat. So to be put on blast is basically to be put, front and center and be called out on all the shit you're doing wrong. And so it got used to that. So it kept me straight. And this Machines is just a name that it has power behind it. Machines, you think something big, huge. So this, putting the world on blast and letting them explain itself, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful music. Pretty aggressive, powerful, a lot of energy. I like it.
Thank you.
What are some of your influences?
Scott? Want to feel that one?
I mostly metal and industrial stuff. Skinny Puppy, Pantera, Ministry, Machine Head, stuff like that. I can appreciate a lot of different things. So being a musician, you can listen to most stuff. I can't say I'm into some country or opera or anything as much, but I'm mostly more just metal and electronic. And what I think is one thing that's cool with Machines on Blast is that each member for live has different backgrounds for it. Alejandro is more of like a metal drummer, and he brings that for when we play live. Andrew Harrington is a guitar player that does a lot of the writing for guitar and bass, and he has a background he went to Berkeley. He knows scales. When I try to write with him, basically with stuff, he says scales that I have no idea what they are. But I'm like, yeah, man, that sounds good. Like whatever you said for this.
He lets us know what we're doing wrong when we write.
Exactly. And he's the first one to say it too, and be like, it was actually like the 13th of that, and so on. And we're like, oh yeah, that's good, man. So it's different backgrounds for that. He's into a lot more technical metal, prog. I don't want to say prog. I don't want to say what stuff he's into, but it brings it together for all of us. And when we play live, it brings out those elements. So it's not just like everybody that just wants to play one style of music. It's everybody that enjoys different styles of music. And when we play it, it brings it all out in the live aspect.
Speaking of playing live, when this lockdown is over, do you have any plans of playing live?
I hope so. I'm just kind of keeping that in the background now, just basically focusing on getting the new album out. Again, if the lockdown ends in a month, we'll try to get something together. If it ends in 10 years, then we'll look forward to that. So,
yeah, you really don't know.
All up in the air, but we're definitely taking advantage of the time to just regroup and get a game plan going. Well, there's not a whole lot going on out there, so I think when this does end, we'll just come out fist swing and then be ready to go.
Yeah, I see you're always busy. I see your music is on a lot of coupler items and stuff, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a way to get the name out there. Just keep flooding the market with your stuff, whether it's new or old. There's a million people that have never heard it, so it's always been a good thing to do, I think.
Yeah. Well, where do you see the band in maybe 5 years from now? Do you have any visions?
Mansion on top of Malibu drinking margaritas.
couple Lambos.
For musicians start making money again, I see it. Everything goes in waves, right now it's, artists seem to be expendable, but there's going to be a time where I think enough people drop off that there's going to be a huge demand and not enough supply. So I think that's what it's going to take, and we'll be there.
Yeah, people are going to be excited now after this lockdown to start getting out to live shows and everything. So I think we're going to see a big wave of music and concerts, and be cool.
I hope so, and I hope it brings larger crowds. It'd be nice to have people get out there again instead of staying at home and watching everything on YouTube. Not that YouTube's a bad thing. I mean, this will be on YouTube, so. But I think that's what keeps a lot of people from coming out. It's like, I can just watch it on my time instead of going out. And again, you miss that entire experience of being there, because every concert is a one-off event. It never gets repeated. Even if a band's on tour, every night is its own thing. So.
Especially you guys, you can't feel the energy the same as sitting home than you can at the show. So.
Yeah.
Now, if people want to find you online, look you up, find your music, how do they do that?
Any of the social media. I mean, Facebook is probably the best way to get the most up-to-date stuff. But Twitter, Instagram, Bandcamp to buy all the music would probably be the best place to go.
And what are some of your bigger singles for people to look up who might be interested in getting your music?
I think that, Scott, you may disagree, but I think the two biggest songs off the last release were a song called Chemical Coma and Bathe in the Blood of Our Enemies. That seems to be the two songs that get the most reaction when we play live. So
just judge the crowd response, right?
Yeah, those seems to be the best crowd reactions of those. So, and hopefully when the new album comes out, that'll be a big shift and they won't want to hear any of the old stuff.
I was gonna say, you're still gonna play the old stuff too, so.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. Well, it was good having you and talking with you, and everyone look them up.
Right on, man. Thank you for having us on. I really appreciate it.